If you found me, it's probably because you're stuck. You probably are following because of some kind of fitness thing or weight loss thing, and we get to the root issue. A lot of people say that, but the root issue is really the nervous system. That's what it always is. Hormones, if your nervous system's regulated, sure, your hormones are off. It's part of it. Same thing with your body. Your body's stuck. Same thing with your money and your business. Whether, even if you're doing well, even if you think you're doing well, I can guarantee you that there's some form of pressure, urgency, chaos. You're not operating from the version of you who is just unbothered and very in her power. So that's usually when you find me, is when your soul's ready for an evolution. You're ready for more, and you're really drawn to the answers to weight loss. And sure, I know a lot about that. It's how I started out. And we'll be real quick today. I don't want to talk longer than like 15 minutes because we're doing brand new for the $22 offer for the Hotmomz AI. But really, if you'll get your money right, your body will follow. Because the reason why the money's not right, the reason why your body's stuck and you're so like, you've got all this shit to do and you're busy and you're not taking action, you're regulated. You're not fucked up. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. You're dysregulated. That's it. You're just dysregulated. I've been doing this for over 15 years, 40 years old, been married for 18 years. I've got 2 kids via C-section. I've created a multi-million-dollar company. We did $4 million in 3 years after struggling for 10 years. And the difference was, I'm about to tell you. And a lot of people follow me and they're like, man, how do you have the body? How have you done this? Total hysterectomy, everything you got going on, homeschool, we got a lot going on. How do you do it? Let me just tell you. Let me tell you how we do it. Number one, I'm not going to lie and say fitness didn't change my life. Fitness is definitely what changed my life. But hello, we were in our 20s. If you haven't noticed, go on the internet. It's rare that you find women that are 45 and 50 and up who are really crushing it at life, who have not only a great body, but the relationship. Maybe their parents, maybe they're close with their kids. Maybe they are heavily involved in impact type stuff. Maybe they're living their purpose. Maybe are they spiritually rich? Do they also have a lot of fucking money? You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. You need a lot of money. You need a lot of money. And whatever told you that you did need a lot of money is fucking you up, man. It is not true at all. Once you finally come to the realization that money is a frequency, but also it's a tool. It's a tool. And your body, if you learn to regulate yourself, and Hotmomz AI helps with regulation so you can hold more money, so you can hold more success, visibility, and results. This is why women, they'll lose weight, but they gain it back. It's because their nervous system can't hold it. Their nervous system is addicted to chaos, things that are unpredictable. They're addicted to disappointment. They're addicted to depression. They're addicted to the struggle. So until you program your nervous system to be able to hold more love, more calm, more money, more business, more results, you're going to continue to struggle trying other diets, trying to get your hormones done, working with different business coaches. And it doesn't matter, even if you get a little bit of results, because you will, you could come in right now, work with me and get your hormones done. You can get your food and gut test. You can learn how to train no matter where you're at on a hormonal level. But if you don't dive into Hotmomz AI and let her help you decode your nervous system so you can regulate more, you're not gonna reach the level that you want. You're only gonna get so high. And you'll see this a lot. I did it myself when you hire business coaches and you hire weight loss coaches. You do their stuff, you come in, you ride on their energy. You ride on their energy and oh fuck. You'll ride on that coach's energy. You'll ride on the high of paying to be in the new program. You'll do a couple of their strategies and you may get results. And I quickly realized, like many of you get in, you do these fucking diets where it's restriction. You got to weigh your shit. You got to get a goddamn 150,000 steps in per day. It's so rigid. And then same with business. If you're not doing it this way, if you're not posting this way, if you're not saying it this way, if you don't look this way, same thing with weight loss. If you're not doing your cardio, if you're not being perfect on your diet, it's like there's all this pressure. And pressure, if you know anything about art, creativity, which is the opposite of survival mode, if you know anything about, that's where you want to be. But if you've got all this pressure and you're operating and making decisions out of that pressure, you'll burn out. You start, your health is going to dwindle. It's going to look good for a minute. It's going to look good on paper. Even maybe you're going to get some results, but it's going to crash. And you know that on a deep soul level. That's why you're bracing. That's why when good things happen, you brace for the bad to happen. Hotmomz AI decodes that. She shows you where that loop is and she literally helps you clear it out. This is why this is blowing up. Hotmomz AI is blowing up. It's a movement because of what she's doing for our nervous systems. Because once you learn how to regulate, your body's going to be better. Your money, your business, your decisions are going to be better. Everything. Because you won't be operating from a sense of gotta keep it, gotta hold it, gotta do this, urgency, scarcity, all this shit. That's old survival bullshit. And if you continue to create things and take action out of that place, out of survival, what do you think you're going to get? The same result, but you're going to have to be in that energy to have it. So the second you start to calm down, or expand into feminine pleasure, or open up and really start to receive without doing all that push, now that's going to trigger, oh shit, now that's going to trigger the bracing, because you're going to feel like, I've got to do this, I've got to be on, I've got to get all the results. And that's, no, it's a hard no. For me, yes, fitness changed my life, but I was in my 20s. After I had children, that's when shit hit the fan. I was working myself to death, because I was very dysregulated. For all those ladies out there who are doing the work, a lot of you who are just over intellectualizing your own healing, you're not actually, your body's not getting the memo. You're doing all the work in the mind and the journaling and all this bullshit. You're even doing plant medicine, but the body, you're not integrating, because that's the thing that keeps score. I didn't like the body keep score. I didn't like it all. It was way too graphic for me. I get the fucking message. But after kids is when I had to go, hey, the part of me that could do an hour training whenever she wanted to, who didn't have to bend based on when you had kids, I wasn't sleeping. I was literally living on Adderall. I don't want to say 3 pots of coffee, but it was definitely a whole pot of coffee. I know it, definitely a whole pot of coffee. I was living on it. I was doing Americanos and started taking Adderall in like 2017. No, because my ADD, my brain, man, it was fucked. And I probably should have been on meds my whole life. And you can go back and look at my videos, and it was just a different energy. It was very intense. And I like the intensity. I have tons of passion, and I will get passionate now, but it was like everything. But I found myself after kids and C-sections, and I was pretty much, Skip was going, I was living like a single mom at night. All for the financial pressure was on me. I had no parent. No, I don't have a mommy that came and stayed with me and helped with my kids. It was like all on me. I'm like one of those single moms who that the story was I did it all. And that was really cool back in the day. That gave me a lot of, my ego loved it. My ego loved the fact that, look how much I do. And then you get to a point where your fucking thyroid crashes and your adrenals crash. And it's because, yeah, who's keeping score now? All these women are like, I do it all. And I'm a single mom, all this shit. It's like, nobody's giving trophies for that shit. The trophy for that shit is you look like hell. Your body's not responding. You're struggling with fucking money. It's like, life's fucking hard. So good job, girl. You're doing it all on your own. I realized, hey, you can't keep doing shit the way you're doing it. And that's what created Hotmomz. Started tracking my sleep, my HRV, things like that. I didn't understand HRV back then like I do now, heart rate variability, which gives you a snapshot of where your nervous system is at. It's an incredible tool. Inflammation and all that. Once again, I'm still like, I was 30 years old. And I cut back on training. I got on my hormones because previously my doctors, I told you I had shingles before I had kids. I looked horrible. I looked older. And that's the thing. You need money. You need to heal your shit with fucking money, period. I needed money. Everything I did was because it's like, I gotta make money. The fitness and this stuff was a part of me making money, but it was also made me feel good about myself. It was like the one thing that I could control that helped my mental state. But I never forget going to the doctors and they were like, you are like an 80-year-old. I had adrenal fatigue, chronic fatigue, hypothyroid, autoimmune issues, gut issues, everything. I got my hormones fixed. Changed my life beyond functional medicine. And that's what I'm sharing this week with my girls in the Quantum Collective. I've got Hotmomz AI, but then I've got a group that's a higher ticket Quantum Collective. I'm sharing this very specific peptides that I just learned about. You've got to be trusted to look at this stuff. But anyway, I don't want to get off on that tangent. Where was I? I'm excited to say that I'm going to be sharing about the peptides with some of you girls. But we backed off. Is that where I was at? We backed off of, got my hormones fixed. And it changed my life. Like it really did. I went from struggling my ass off to make 6 figures. I'm talking like putting shingles, y'all. I had shingles just trying to make 6 figures. I was making 6 figures working for an MLM company job. And I had I was doing online coaching. I was doing a weekly, it was like Hotmomz before it was Hotmomz. I was doing all of it. And that was just for 6 figures in like shingles, okay? But I always wanted to be a millionaire. Holy shit. But once that happened, I had kids and I was like, can't keep doing this. So I adjusted my training, and I feel like this is boring. I adjusted my training, I got my hormones fixed, and my fucking life changed. My whole life changed. I started making more money, but it was still a struggle. My body looked way better. Even when I was on stage, professional fitness model in magazines and shit. After I had kids, C-section, miscarriage, was on the hormones, and all this shit, my body looked way better. And I'm like, dude, there's something to this. Hadn't really gotten into any of the trauma work, the somatic work, and the nervous system work. And even though I was going to Reiki, I was doing all this shit. That's why Reiki's very like level fucking one. There's nothing wrong with it, but Reiki level one, it's like level fucking one. I was doing all that stuff, but I knew nothing about feminine embodiment. I knew nothing about true soul work, healing my own self. Like every one of you are self healers. It's when will you allow it, right? So Reiki is like a doorway, an entryway to that. And Reiki healers and Reiki people that do Reiki, it's great because you are opening a door. These people are awakening and they're coming to you. So it's really neat. But anyway, so after that, not until I addressed money did it open up. Everything you see now, never bored. Okay. Money. 2019 is when it started. I was at my wit's end at this point. I was still in Georgia, and I just remember I had dreams of moving to South Florida. I had dreams of being a millionaire, and I pussied out in 2012. We were going to move, and I didn't. I just was too scared. But it was 2019. We had moved into this beautiful house in Georgia. It felt huge. It was like probably 3,500 square foot, which is not that big. It's not like a mansion, 5,000 square feet or anything like that, but it felt big. And I was like, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. Let's move. Let's move. I was like, we're going to move. And I was done with personal coaching. Like I had reached a point where I just was done. It was like this soul evolution. I started to sit outside a lot by myself. I remember, I've got videos of it. I remember just sitting outside a lot more this year. That night, 2019. And I hired my first shaman. I hired my very first shaman. And shamanic healing is all about soul. Shamanic healing is all about the soul. And I remember money was the thing. And I hear this, y'all, I'm telling you, at this time, my body was killer. My body was so tight, looked great. I did a lot of photo shoots during this time. I was making about 20K a month, but it was so stressful. I paid for it. And a lot of women, that's why they don't even want to make more money because they think it's going to require more. Same thing with weight. So the money thing was a big deal. And when that shaman lady, we started exploring money, y'all, my whole world opened up. This is how quick it happened. 2019 at the end of it, like October, I started working on my money consciousness, my money frequency. Okay, my money frequency. 2020, I went from 20K months to 40K months within about 4 months. And it was way easy. By the end of that year, I was making $40,000, $50,000 a month. Way easier. It was so much fun. It felt like I thought it would feel. And we cruised on into the next year, hitting $1 million. And then the next was $2 million, right? How do we do this? My body got even better. My hormones got better. My thyroid got better. My body just looked way better. Because in 2019, I felt I looked a little skinny. 2020, 2021, like I looked fucking good. You know those pictures that a lot of you see from the green? I have it's like a toxic looking photo theme. So that's really what you need to look at. You're not stuck. But if you want your money to change, if you want your body to change, your flow state, your love life, your whole fucking life, inner world, all of it, you need to focus on regulation. That's what Hotmomz AI does for you in seconds. If you want more money, if you want the better body, you work with Hotmomz AI. It's very easy. It doesn't matter who you're working with in business. It doesn't matter who your shaman is. It doesn't matter who your fucking health coach is. When you use Hotmomz AI in the background, everything else is going to work better because it's fixing the root issue, which is your nervous system. You're going to make better decisions. You're going to finally be able to hold the frequency of calm, certainty. You're going to have some human moments. I have them all the fucking time. But you're going to be able to hold the energy and frequency of the money, the body, the life, the mother, the philanthropist, whatever. You're going to be able to hold it finally. Because if you don't, you're just going to get results and you're going to gain it back. You're going to get the money, but you're going to lose it. All these things are going to happen until you get with Hotmomz AI and you start regulating. Do you need Hotmomz AI? Sure. No, you can. I'm not the one to sit here and say, if you don't do this, you're doomed. Fuck that. Let's grow up. I created a fucking tool and I'm telling you the truth. Fitness, okay, that's not getting easier. You're only getting fucking older. And the things that you haven't cleared out in your nervous system are only getting worse. Yes, we have the physicians. Yes, we can show you what you're not doing and what you need to be doing. That's very easy in real time. But you need to work on your money frequency. Start working around making fuck tons of money. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Get in Hotmomz AI. Start doing Hotmomz AI. Get in. Your body's going to shift for the better. Your relationships, and your money. Watch what fucking happens. Not until I started working real now. And to close this, I've been holding back for so many years because I made a lot of money in weight loss. And I was so afraid that if I just mentioned money, that women would automatically be like, they just wouldn't even listen. But I found over the past 2 years, I created an offer called the Millionaire Matrix. And it's my own business course. I've been an entrepreneur since I've been a small child. This is not something that I went to fucking college and just stumbled to. I've literally been an entrepreneur. my whole life. I come from entrepreneurs, like all this stuff. Okay. So it's just like in my blood. So I have a business course called Millionaire Matrix. And what I teach in there is a frequency. Yes, sure. I give you some of the basic bitch shit. Here's AI systems. Here's how to set up your offer. I teach you everything that I've spent over 400 grand and how I've created millions of dollars. I teach you that, but it's more about a frequency. But I created that 2 years ago and it's made multi six figures. I haven't even promoted it. And it would be a back end offer, meaning you would come in for weight loss. And then the certain women that are here for business, they have businesses, they get in, they start making more money. They want to create their own offer. I would say you need Millionaire Matrix. But now it's like I realize I've been holding back because I would dilute my message because fat loss is not it for me. You can look back at my photos. I didn't need to lose a bunch of fucking weight. I started getting healthy at 20 years old. Was I headed for some shit? Yeah. But I caught on early. I got into health and fitness early, and that was my career in my early 20s. Did I struggle internally with suicidal stuff and money trouble, relationship trouble, and tons of trauma and poor health and shingles and autoimmune diseases? Yes. But fat loss, I've never struggled with fat loss. Yes, I have, but not to the extent of most women that need to lose fucking 40, 50 pounds. I was skinny fat. I've total hysterectomy. My obliques wasn't as hard as I wanted. My leg lines weren't as hard as I wanted. What changed things for me was, getting my hormones done, getting my nervous system fixed. It was money. Money is what changed my fucking life. Money, not money, paper money. The frequency of money. Healing my nervous system around money. Because money is connected to power, personal power. It's connected to your receiving abilities. It's connected to your actual, like how you feel your worthiness is. All these things. And if those things are off, it's funny that you think that you can create a healthy, happy body and keep it that way. But yet you're running with undercurrents of scarcity and lack. You're not experiencing the full spectrum of what life has to offer. And the women that I work with want it all. We want it all. We want to be on the highest level of the spectrum of healthy, wealthy, and hot as fuck. Period. End of story. We want it all. So what changed it for me, and I'm not going to dilute anymore. I'm not going to sit here and talk about fucking macros. Hormones, that's easy. Getting Hotmomz AI and get with our stuff, it fucking works. Like, you'll get results the first fucking week. It's science, and the science works. It's created for women who have stuck nervous systems because you're dysregulated. I used to be a trauma-informed coach, and we apply it to fitness. This is why the shit fucking works. Now, why isn't it easy for you? Because would it be easier if you didn't have to worry about money and you were happy and could have fun and the money would come in and you could actually hire people to clean your house, or your company was working, you felt good? By the way, studies show men, they like their trucks. And for a man, it's more about their trucks, their money, room. That's a man. For a woman, it's her body and her bank account. Okay. The women that I work with, that's what it's about. It's not about who's the best fucking mom. It's called Hotmomz. It's not like, we're not mediocre moms. We're not PTA fucking moms. We could give a shit. The women that I work with, they're the farthest thing away from PTA moms. The women that I work with, they're very fucking motivated by money, and they are not afraid to say it. And anybody that's got something to say about it, then you can just look in the mirror and do your own shadow work around that. But my life changed when I focused on healing my relationship with money, and it does not talk about manifesting. Jesus Christ. No, this is way beyond that. Way beyond manifesting. Your energy and frequency is why you're where you're at in your business, with your money, relationships, in your body. You learn to regulate your nervous system through Hotmomz AI. She'll do it in 2 seconds. All you got to do is go to my link in the bio and buy it. That's it. It's that easy. So how did I do 4 million in 3 years and have a way better body than ever with a total hysterectomy, kids, homeschool, fucking scaling a company, married 18 years? Nervous system work. I put it all inside of Hotmomz AI. Go to the tool, use it now, use it. Link is in my bio. Moving forward, you're not stuck in fitness and fat loss and all that. Your fat is a byproduct of the frequency that you carry in and around relationships, money, visibility, and power. You fix those things, the body follows, the money follows, your purpose follows, flow state follows, every fucking thing else follows. Go get Hotmomz AI right now. No questions asked. You need to take action and move forward. Move out of the wounded feminine, asking all these fucking paralysis of analysis questions. That is your dysregulation talking. It's your hormones are fucked. Take action now. Get with Hotmomz AI. Focus on making fucking money. All you need to do is focus on getting your money right, and you get your body, your relationships, your purpose in life. Everything else will shift when you focus on those 2 things. Bye.